What's going on, guys? Welcome to my first video of 2018. First of all, Happy New Year to all you guys who do celebrate the New Year. I imagine you do. And I don't really have anything planned, so let's continue with a game I haven't played on a while. I'm going to be playing Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator again, or FNAF 6. Now, I've looked up some strategies for this game because I actually recorded in some clips already, though I cut them out. Oh, not sure why. So, I am on night 3, and I'm having trouble with night 3, so I looked up strategies, and I already found one. I've tried it out. It sort of works for me, but I'm gonna keep trying it until I keep getting it, which is this clip right here. And I will die at one point after the first attempt, and then the attempt after that, I will have completed night 3. Then I will do a salvage. Now, the salvage, for some reason, gave me some trouble. Not sure why. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. But here's what we do in this strategy. We turn off the fan immediately and turn on secondary vent. When we hear something in the left or the right, we turn off everything and look into the vent. We hear the sound. When the animatronic goes away, then we turn on the terminal again, and then what I like to do is put on motion detection whenever I want the fan on. And the strategy said to put on the fan when the temperature hits 80 to 90. I personally like to turn it on whenever I want and to check where the animatronics are, because they can be anywhere. If they're in the vents, the motion detection will detect the animatronic in the vent, so then you can just turn off everything and look into the vent until the animatronic goes away. So this strategy is basically self-explanatory. What I like to do is wait till my temperature is exactly 60 before I stop motion scanning place. Now the attempts will take around 15 to 20 minutes, but this time it took me almost an hour to beat. So I cut out most of the gameplay on my second attempt, and this is my full attempt for the first attempt. I'm not sure if that makes any sense, but oh well. Strategy I kind of got nailed down. This is only Wednesday or night 3. Well, there's still 3 more from what I've heard. Now, if you go back to the catalog screen, it'll show you what type of day it is on top. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but basically day of the week on top of the screen. So yeah. So this is my gameplay right here, and what got me was Molten Freddy, which I believe is his name, and that was the first animatronic we salvaged. Now I heard that when you salvage the animatronic, it'll come back to bite you and be in your facility. And if you don't salvage it, it'll still be in your facility. So one tip to you, always try to salvage the animatronic. It'll give you a much needed revenue boost, and whether you throw it away or take it, it'll still come back to bite you. So this strategy kind of worked for me, right here when you're about to see, about 10 seconds away. You're gonna see me die by Molten Freddy, or no, wait, not Molten Freddy, Springtrap, I believe it was. Sorry if I got that wrong. I just remembered I died by Springtrap. I heard a sound on my right, so I turned off everything and looked to the right. Then I died from Springtrap. A little Easter egg was that I bugged the jump scare by putting those sound. And so I think I bugged it a little. There's always a jump scare sound whenever you die, and it looks like Scott Cawthon updated the jump scare models. Now, for the salvage, the salvage is kind of tough when you get further in the night. Now, the salvage isn't too bad. You just listen to the audio and then record it on a sheet, and then sorry, I have a runny nose at the moment. Anyways, so the salvage isn't too bad because if you shock the animatronic too much, the base value will decrease. And this time I salvaged AB from FNAF sister location, and that was kind of tough for me actually. I decided to look through the stages where baby can go, and I thought that was a waste of one of my stabs actually. Now I'm starting to think about it. But so I had to shock a fourth time, which decreased the value by 50%. And then on the last phase, I had to shock one more time, which was 5 in total, and decrease the value by 1 digit. Now, I'm not sure why it goes down this much. It's really frustrating once the value decreases. Because I know the value can get down to its lowest, which I don't know how much it is, maybe 50, I don't know. But once you get to the lowest value, which is probably like 6 or 7 shocks, it will stop decreasing. And please note that you can use the shock more than once, or as much as you like. Just it won't decrease the entire amount until it's 0. Which would be really annoying and completely useless. Now, the scene you're about to see is me dying by Springtrap, which will probably take a minute or so. I don't know, but there are no jump scares in this, or at least no sounds for this episode, for once, anyways. I'm gonna attempt tonight 4 and try to add more commentary, because I don't really add my mic that much, though I will try to use my mic more in 2018. So that's basically the rundown of the strategy. If you think the strategy was helpful, then you could think then you I don't know what you would do. Just as I give credit to the original guy. I don't know his name. I'll have to look it up. But if you did find this strategy helpful, leave a like down below and subscribe to my channel for more weekly videos, and maybe some tips on some hard games. I rarely do any tips and tricks, but I will attempt to try to do some tips and tricks in some hard games. So yeah, that's basically my gameplay and the tips I found online. I know this commentary was a little long, and you might want to just listen to the game. So I think I'm gonna leave this commentary here. So thank you for listening about the tip, and I hope you do good on FNAF 6 or Freddy Fazbear's week. Right, so here I heard a sound and then I died from Springtrap.
I always
and then he said,
come
"Oh,
back."
come back." Which I don't know why. Maybe Easter egg or something. Now this clip is my second clip. I cut out 90% of the video, or yeah, the video. And then I was so close on this. I had one task left to do and I was stuck in motion detection. So when I got one animatronic away at my temperature 60% or around 60%, I would go to my task and finish the last task. Now the task order doesn't really matter, and I basically just went from loudest to quietest. And I don't have full upgrades. I'm missing the handyman. I do have the 2x printer and the high-speed uplink. So here I'm just replacing bulbs, which doesn't really take too long actually, and barely makes sound. And if you do the handyman, then the maintenance will be faster. I believe you know what the other two does as well. Now I beat it.
Before
now
you
I'm
is
on
an
the salvage
animatronic
part.
found in the back alley.
And
we
now,
are unsure
what I'm
of
going
its
to salvage
origins.
is baby,
It is your job
I
to complete
believe.
the maintenance checklist before
Which
claiming
is right
it as
here.
salvage.
The
Or,
base value
if you
was
choose
2,000, but I lost about 90% of the cost. Maybe I just suck or
you
have
chosen to
problems with
proceed
this.
with the maintenance
If for
checklist.
some reason,
Remember,
not sure
use
why,
your
but I
company's
do know
details
there is
to
one
return
more
the
salvage
animatronic
after
to a
this.
neutral state
Otherwise,
if you feel that
and
it's
then
becoming unstable
there
for
will be no
regress.
more animatronics to
You can only
salvage.
use it 3 times
As you
before
can
it
see,
begins to
the
damage
head
the
slightly
animatronic
moved.
and decrease its value.
And now I'm just checking the
Begin
stages
audio
where
prompt in
baby can
3.
go. And now there's the third stage, and now I'm gonna shock. And when you're on the third stage, you have to shock and not flip your paper too much. If you flip your paper too much, the animatronic will
Document
still be
results.
able to move faster.
Begin audio prompt in
So
3,
I think it moved
2,
here. I don't
1.
think it did, but yeah. So the head or the body will move. Because I know from our first salvage, it's Molten
Document
Freddy
results.
has 3 stages and there are more noticeable changes.
Begin audio
So as you
prompt
saw,
in
the head
3,
moved right there.
2, 1.
If you didn't see that, you could go back or just continue watching. I prefer to continue. But now the head's on its third stage, and then a shock. When they're on the third stage, then you shock using control, and then press space to
Document
enter
results.
to continue the tape. So the salvage was a little iffy, because as you saw right there, the head immediately went from its first stage to its third stage. Now sometimes that happens, and we heard that on the last stage you have to shock in a off before or when the tape ends. Now I shocked that 4th time, and you see that the value decreased by 50%, which is pretty insane. I feel it should just like take like 10% every time you shock over 3, and the total is minus 50%. Not sure why. So I heard that on the last stage you have to shock off the animatronic on its second stage. And I was shocked the 5th time, and the value decreased by 1 digit, which is too insane. That's more than 50%. That's like 90% of the value, or 90% of the value when I shocked 4 times.
You have completed the maintenance checklist.
So I completed the
Proceed with
salvation,
Well done.
but
End tape.
I only came out with 100. Yeah. So in the next video, I know this is cheating, but I don't care. On the next video, I will boost my money using the save file by changing the money to like nothing happened, and I got 2,000 salvage revenue right here, and I got no lawsuits, which I think is really good. Now if you see on top of the page under Bandicam logo, you can see the day of the week has changed, and I for some reason found the deluxe ball pit at very poor quality. Now I don't know if terrible or very poor is like I don't know which one is worse. And also you might notice at rare finds and auction, I don't know how to pronounce it, but there is an animatronic called Lefty. Now, I heard Lefty is an animatronic that comes back to bite you if you buy him or salvage him. Because you'll find him in the salvage, and in the shop, he costs $5. Now, that's not a lot, and if you saw him on the catalog earlier, you may notice that he has a liability risk of 9. If you do buy him, he will be in your restaurant at night, and he will come back to attack you. Now, I've seen some videos on Night 4, and Night 4 has been a pain for most people. So I hope Scott does make all the nights better, or give some tips. So that's basically Night 3 for today, or FNAF 6 for today. So I may look around to buy more things on here, and here's the first time I saw a heavy animatronic at poor quality. So now the liability went from 1 to 3, and the cost was $666. So that's basically Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator for you. And Happy New Year to all you guys who do celebrate the New Year, and hope you had an amazing year in 2017, and I'll see you in the next video.
I am a candy cadet. Come get your candy here. I have candy all day, every day. Candy, candy, candy. Return to Candy Cadet again, and maybe I will tell you a story.